It's a great, if you're in a band, it's a great way. You get to see all these places for free, don't you? Or do you have? Do you see them?
You do, yeah. It does depend, but yeah. I mean, most of those venues are probably in kind of industrial estates on the outskirts of towns, but you get to see a lot of them.
Sounds very glamorous.
Grace Jones, pull up to the bumper. Tom, welcome along. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks.
Disclaimer, everyone. Me and Tom going to see Arsenal together, so this chat's largely going to be very. Mid-tour, how's it going?
It's been great. Yeah, we're in the middle of a week off. Well, actually, near the end of a week off, and we go back out tomorrow.
You do very well in the Benelux countries when it comes to live, don't you? Do a lot of dates.
We do, yeah. Lots of mainland Europe generally, but yeah, there's a lot of Benelux and.
Well, I want to talk about this.
Go on then.
European chart. In Belgium, in Flanders, you're number 1.
Right.
So the Dutchies obviously love you. Wallonia, number 3. What gives?
I know.
What have you done to offend them?
I do need some clarification on what exactly the Wallonians are. Or what
I think they're the French speakers.
That's the French speakers.
But I thought you go down very well with the French speakers.
We're doing okay in France. Get better with this record than previously, but yeah, we need to work on the Wallonians.
Well, you've got the very serious kind of...
I love the way you've got the breakdown. Have you got...
This is like a Moneyball stats chat, yeah?
Yeah.
But the front cover, this is a terrific piece of... What's the artwork from?
So we work with a guy called Rahi Rezvani, who's an artist that we've worked with for the last couple of records, and that's a photo that he took.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's unbelievable, isn't it? It looks like a painting.
Proper kind of old school Renaissance style.
Exactly,
almost.
yeah. But no, it's a photo that he had 3 dancers in his kind of studio, and the record kind of comes back to this idea of physical connections. That is obviously a very striking image.
Yeah,
that type of thing.
And
really.
that's kind of like reading about it. That's kind of what comes through in most interviews is the idea of a bit of one-on-one time, a little bit of we live in a world now where we can be so remote, I suppose, with phones and whatnot, that it's good for that all to go away and actually just to have that intimate connection.
I think so. Yeah, I think it's definitely set in the world we live in right now, and it's called violence, and that's I think in some ways the kind of focus on physical connection and one-on-one time, as you say, is the escape from that.
I have to say, these European venues sound good. Okay. They know how to... All we do now is we just sell out a venue to the highest bidder over here.
It's just the Academy here.
Over there, it's like the Ziggo Dome, Complex 4, 5, 7, the Gasometer.
The gasometer, yeah. It's like a round, like a converted...
Like the roundhouse kind of thing. Oh, right, wonderful.
Yeah.
The Meat Factory.
There you go. Yeah. That was recently, wasn't it?
Nice names. Good venues?
The Meat Factory was like a dingy rock club. Yeah. Quite vibey. It was good.
Lovely. Hey, congratulations on the album. It's brilliant.
Thank you.
I don't know if you saw this week my cat. I played it on vinyl, and I'm not normally a post. Well, actually, that's not true. I post my cat quite a lot more than I post anything else. But my cat took he took umbrage to the first track on the second side.
He wasn't into magazines.
What's wrong with that guy?
I couldn't work out if he was just trying to get to the chorus or just wanted it off.
He liked it off. Well, like me, his favourite track on the album is No Sound But The Wind.
He's a softie like you.
He is, so we couldn't wait to get to it. It's just nudging it across. All right, let's have some music. What are you going to do for us first?
I'm going to do Darkness at the Door, which I think is the current single.
This is kind of inspired by Cormac McCarthy's The Road, is that right?
No, that's not No Sound But The Wind.
Oh, amazing!
But I'm not doing that one.
No,
I'm doing Darkness at the Door.
Yeah!
Okay. This is our corner of the planet. It's the straight edges we inhabit. We ignore the darkness at the door. Turn the lights out if you hear me. Stop your screaming, just speak clearly. The lonely and the righteous, I just need friends and nothing more. This old town still gets out of line. Darkness at the door to greet me. And this old town still gets out of line. Darkness at the door to greet me. It's the first sign of an affliction, familiarity of an addiction, that our friend's a welcome sight. I like it when I see him. He covers up the world we live in. Lights a firework in my pocket. Some friends are worth a fight. And this old town still gets out of line. Darkness at the door to greet me. And this old town still gets out of line. Darkness at the door to greet me. Never long, never lonely in town. Darkness at the door to greet me. I'm never lonely in town. Darkness at the door to greet me. I must manage expectations. My idols are revelations. I hope I never meet them. This is our corner of the planet. It's the straight edges we inhabit. Just friends and nothing more. Become the darkness at the door. This old town still gets out of line. Darkness at the door to greet me. And this old town still gets out of line. Darkness at the door to greet me. Waiting for the darkness, waiting for the darkness. Darkness at the door to greet me. Oh, waiting for the darkness, waiting for the darkness. Darkness at the door to greet me.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you.
That's Tom from Editors. Darkness at the Door, the album Violence is out now. This is the thing about you that I think that as a band, I think sometimes people have this kind of, I don't know, misunderstanding, misapprehension that some of the songs are like they're quite sad, but you go and see you live and you walk out of there thinking you've been to a dance gig.
Well, I hope it's a celebration, yeah. I mean, I think the people that like the band, because like you say, a lot, I think on the surface the songs are quite serious and sad and dark, I guess. But
I don't know if they're dark.
Well, in amongst all of that, there are, the lines that have hope and love and warmth. I don't know.
They're romantic. I think they're romantic songs.
Yeah, and I think the people that like the band get that, and that's what they take away from it, So I think, and also the shows, I think are celebrational, and people are euphoric, and people have a good time. People smile, I hope, don't come out crying.
Because you have that perception, do you sometimes wish, because you get asked a lot of serious questions in interviews, like print interviews when you're travelling and doing promo and stuff.
Yeah, it can get quite intense,
yeah,
especially in Europe. Yeah.
Do you ever just wish a kind of smash hits Q&A kind of, does that ever, that doesn't happen anymore, does it?
Well...
Like, hey, is it ketchup or brown sauce, Tom?
No, that's nice every now and again, yeah, sure. Yeah. I've normally got a wingman of some description with me to help me through.
Who's the best wingman in the band?
It's changed over time. Justin is good now. He's on his our guitarist. He's not new anymore. He's been there with us for 3 albums. Yeah. But he's really good to have next to me because he's a talker. Yeah. And he's good at that type of stuff.
Do you sort of just go, okay, I'm going to go into, we're doing French philosophy. I'll bring Ed.
That would be Justin. If it's sports promo, it's Ed and Russell.
Yeah. Russell came we went to the FA Cup final together.
We did.
Against Villa a couple of years ago. And Ben, our sports guy, actually literally a big Villa fan, with head in his hand. And poor Russell, I remember he came with us, didn't he? He
got evicted,
He got evicted after 5 minutes, trying to break up a fight.
Yeah, things were not good in the Villa end, and he was trying to help someone out. I don't know, I can't remember exactly what happened.
Word, but I remember we went to the pub afterwards, and we were like, oh, I'm really sorry. And he went, oh, I didn't see the game. It was like trouble broke out, and I tried to break it up, and then it's that awful thing where the steward came along and went, right, you three. And I went, no, I'm the good guy.
Yeah.
And he's so placid.
Bad day for him.
Yeah. Now you're in not necessarily a second incarnation, but you had one leave, and does it one leave, two join?
Yes.
Yeah. So now, but that's as a band, you've been with that lineup for pretty much as long as.
Yeah, we've made 3 records in the new lineup. Yeah. And then we made 3 how we started. Yeah.
Sure. And also now you're all kind of at a certain age where, touring is probably a different scenario than it was when you were in your early 20s, mid-20s.
Yeah, we approach it differently.
Yeah. So what's the sort of the MO now? Is it kind of you get on the bus and you're playing backgammon, or is it kind of we get the, let's rewatch The Wire, or get Narcos on, or is it kind of a bit more chilled in that regard?
Yeah, less... we were hardly, The Who, but less hedonistic.
But it's not necessarily, it's not even that, is it? It's more the fact that it's very difficult when you come off, it's certainly, listen, this is just me being a presenter of live telly, and I find it quite difficult when I come off sometimes not to have that glass of red wine just to calm down.
Totally. After a gig, it's impossible to sleep till 3, 4 in the morning, even if you're just sitting around talking after the show. So that is a different schedule to, like, this week you come home and to slot back in with the family takes a bit of adjustment. But yeah.
Is there a game that the band play together?
We do. There's a card game we play. It's we call it Whoppers, but I think it's Nomination Whist. So we spend a lot of time playing that.
What is that? How many cards?
7.
How does it work?
It's when you have to say what you're going to win. Do you know what I mean? You have trumps, and if you can follow suit, you have to follow suit, and the highest one wins the hand. But you have to, before you look at your hand, and you have to predict what you're going to win in those 7x7, or however many hands you have. Wow. You cut to see how many hands you get. It's not 7.
Listen, next away Arsenal game, you are teaching me that.
Yeah, it sounds terribly boring, but it's not. It kills a lot of time.
Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
And in terms of UK dates, I've got
October.
I've got down here. You're playing Neighbourhood Weekender up in Manchester on the 27th of May, and then July you're saying, British Summertime, that'd be good, in Hyde Park. That's on the 7th, and then the actual tour's October.
Yeah, there's a couple more UK festivals gone in. One in Cornwall, Boardmasters, and I think there's one in Oxford called Truck. But yeah, the proper tour is October.
Great.
When we're coming through lots of places.
Thanks, buddy. What are you going to finish up with? I see it. This is exciting. I'm not even going to... Do you know what? You just do it.
Shall I just do it?
Yeah.
I mean, doing a cover is very stressful for me, Dermot.
You shouldn't have done a cover. You know I'm a big back catalogue fan. You could have done it whatever you liked.
I've prepared now. So
Yeah, I know.
So we'll see how this goes.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, shall I go? Okay.
Aren't you something to admire? 'Cause your shine is something like a mirror. I can't help but notice you reflect in this heart of mine. If you ever feel alone and the glare makes it hard to find, just know that I'm always parallel on the other side. 'Cause with your hand in my hand and a pocket full of soul, I could tell you there's no place we couldn't go. Just put your hand on the glass, I'll be trying to pull you through. You just gotta be strong. I don't wanna lose you now. I'm looking right at the other half of me. The vacancy that's sat in my heart is a space that now you hold. Show me how to fight for now. I'll tell you, baby, it was easy coming back to you once I'd figured it out. You were right here all along. It's like you're my mirror staring back at me. I couldn't get any bigger with anyone else beside of me. And now it's clear as this promise that we're making, two reflections into one. It's like you're my mirror staring back at me, staring back at me. Aren't you something unoriginal? 'Cause it doesn't seem merely a sample. I can't help but stare, 'cause I see truth somewhere in your eyes. I can't ever change without you. You reflect me, I love that about you. And if I could, I would look at us all of the time. 'Cause with your hand in my hand and a pocket full of soul, I could tell you there's no place we couldn't go. Just put your hand on the glass, I'll be trying to pull you through. You just gotta be strong. I don't wanna lose you now. I'm looking right at the other half of me. The vacancy that's sat in my heart is a space that now you hold. Show me how to fight for now. I'll tell you, baby, it was easy coming back to you once I'd figured it out. You were right here all along. It's like you're my mirror staring back at me. I couldn't get any bigger with anyone else beside of me. And now it's clear as this promise that we're making, two reflections into one. It's like you're my mirror staring back at me, staring back at me. Yesterday's history, tomorrow's a mystery. I can see you looking back at me,
Keep your eyes on me, baby, keep your eyes on me. I don't wanna lose you now. I'm looking right at the other half of me. The vacancy that's sat in my heart is a space that now you hold. And show me how to fight for now. I tell you, baby, it was easy coming back to you once I figured it out. You were right here all along. It's like you're my mirror staring back at me. I couldn't get any bigger with anyone else beside of me. And now it's clear as this promise that we make into reflections into one. It's like you're my mirror staring back at me, staring back at me, staring back at me.
Yes! Good track.
Yeah, it is.
I like the new one as well. Say Something, not really new, but the last one, Say Something.
It's a good record, yeah. I like the kind of slightly more country vibe places, yeah.
Thanks, Tom.
Thanks for having me.
What are you worried about covers for?
Oh, they're just stressful.
You're the cover guy. Yeah. He's not the cover guy. He's not the cover. Thanks a million, Tom. Editors, the album Violence is out now. Tom is off to do with the boys to do a European tour, the second part of the European tour, back in tour in this country in October, and like I said, 27th of May in Manchester, Neighbourhood Weekender, and July the 7th, London, British Summertime in Hyde Park. Thanks a million, Tom.
Cheers.